what is the context today, let me put forward this thing in a very clear tone that we are here not for today, not for tomorrow, but for a greener future tomorrow. On that way out, it is our duty and responsibility to think in those particular ways by which we can lead our generation and make this nation proud, as the vision says, 2047. I welcome all the panelists on the dais and the delegates of the dais, all the sponsors and the participants to this elite gathering of Business Education Conclave.
How to end this. The challenges are there. But I take it very positively, wholeheartedly to start with. It's my pleasure and pride to be there on the dais, respected dignitaries on the dais, Her Excellency, of the dais, industry stalwarts, academicians, students, and my dear friends. I feel privileged, delighted, of course elated at this elite Chamber of Commerce and Industry platform where the kudos goes to Manmanji for making this happen on this very beautiful Thursday morning. I could see that even though it is a working day, Thursday morning, people are here to discuss, ponder upon very, very important points. Whether it's combating climate change, enhancing public health, revolutionizing education through AI, or solving the agricultural crisis, innovation is the engine that drives the progress. Innovation is the key word which drives the progress of the nation. But it doesn't happen in isolation, as I said in the beginning. It requires an ecosystem, an environment where ideas are cultivated, tested, funded, and scaled. This is where this trial-X model is going to work, where the academia, the industry, the government, they all comes to play the bigger role to take the collaboration to a new height. Second point, the innovation ecosystem, what exactly does it look like, right? An innovation ecosystem is like a rainforest, my dear friends, which is diverse, independent, adaptive, and constantly evolving. Each actor in this ecosystem plays a distinct yet interconnected role. What are these roles? Being an academician or the academics, we call it as a powerhouse, which produces the talent, the research, and the curiosity among us, the stakeholders. Second pillar, the industry, which brings market understanding, funding, and a drive for scalable solutions. And the third most important pillar in this trial-X is the government.
Very thankful to ECCI, Elite Chamber of Commerce, and Manvendraji, Joshiji. They have called in such a wonderful program, which is a networking of industries and other education societies. Okay, but we can see one part of the business is NGOs, societies, trust. If your education society, you must have registered with your trust, maybe in any actor, depend upon the country. But this field, this education trust field, or whatever you say, trust NGO field is backward. It is not growing so much. So why they are not growing? They are the association of people. They are not a businessman. They connect with different people jointly to do something social work. Social work include education, maybe poverty, child. Last 2 years we have the problem in all India, that's the corona problem, and all the different people of societies, they have worked for the social work for different problems, the corona, oxygen problem, hospital problem. These are the social societies. There's NGO trust. They are working for the people, general people, or poor people, a village. They must be developed. They must develop. How they will develop? They require the funds. They require the funds in the form of that what is compulsory made by the government of India, that is called CSR, corporate social responsibility. Each and every company in India which are registered in India having a turnover or profit more than 5 crore, they have to contribute to the society of their profit at least 2%. Compulsory you have to contribute to the society for development of poor people, for development of nation, for developed country. And that is the aim of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, that each and every person must develop. They have, last 2 years, they have introduced one concept, there's a toilet. In a village area, there is no toilet facilities. So they have started toilet facilities, and that how they are unsuccessful. These successful only by our industries people. The industries have given the funds, different large funds to this PM Care Fund, and from that, these in each and every village, the government has made successful the toilet facility to the village people.
और यहाँ आने से पहले मैं कमजोर पाता हूँ, यहाँ आकर मैं कुछ और पाता हूँ. That is the magical power of being in the company of educationists and the people, the learned people from the industry. Thank you very much for your great company, sir, and blessing. I just read the topic, I was not aware, so let me impromptu talk about that. When we talk about innovation, it is nothing new. Generations after generations, the whole generations have innovated, and we are not going to stand still at this present generation. It's going to be in future also we want to innovate. Innovative is a mindset. Many things have been said, you know. Necessity is the mother of inventions and stuff like that. It is a mindset. So if I go to the, I'm from army background, so we have a different way of, I have an educational background, I have PhD also. I got into the Indian Army, spent 32 years with them. We have a different way of training people. So for every, when you look at it, you're developing a personality of a person, you want to develop people to be innovators. So there need to be some fundamental skills imbibed in them. Why? Because we have a very structured society. Innovation can take place in the unstructured, without any educational background also. But we have a structured society, so some skills have to be imbibed into that. When we become soldiers, academics is a very small part. Many skills are imbibed, and those skills we carry out and use them in our personality.